Alright, let's get back into it. Alright, so I did some thinking, and we are going to put the building down that I wanted to. Just to start getting us money going. So, I need to go factory. Alright. I'll put it right there. Alright. So, now we gotta move all the straw that we got into that silo, or into that production. Oh, right. I don't have a trailer. Just got my truck. Gotta work on that. I'll slowly get there. And go to... There we go. Alright, first load going in. And we'll turn that on here. Get that going. Get some silage being made. And once we get all this moved over, we'll look at possibly another contract. But starting off, I want to get all this put away first. Okay, let's see. Alright, that's 2. See how many it takes to fully get this emptied. Okay. Let's see, let's do that. Hey, Bree. Okay. Well, we're getting there. 7,600 liters at a time. I was also thinking of maybe seeing about putting the sell point down over there by the road, but yeah, I need some more money. Also, we're gonna have to prepare for chickens. Okay. And let's see. How's this going so far? Oh, we got 1,700 liters of silage already, and I just turned it on. Got efficient workers in there. Well, depending on how a lot to go. Right. Alright, getting there, slowly. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to get a bigger trailer soon. It'll all depend on how well this silage sells. Maybe with the profit, we can maybe start making some flour or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Future plans, working on it. Also would consider doing something with MacDon, or even if things go well enough, maybe also turn the straw and stuff into pellets, because that recently came out too. But I'll have to wait and see. You gotta get a good supply of cash going before those things kind of happen. And then work on see what we can do about getting another field, maybe. Then again, that's a far shoot away, because well, I think this is probably the smallest field, and that's 222,000. So we could get that, but that would be a bit of a trek to get down to. Not too much, but still. Need to get a bunch of money for that. The one dubious thing about farming, money. And we also got to worry about paying back that loan I had to take out to even get some jump start into this. And get some more going. How's it looking now? Oh, 4,600. Getting there. Probably should also look to see what the best time to sell silage would be. Alright, well, that's filling up. Let's look. Because pretty much the oats, we gotta wait. If we want to sell those outright, it's January. Then silage, we gotta go all the way down here. Is weird line. Got it. I'll have to check next month. By that logic, by what I saw in there, it's not the best time to sell it right now. Still 215, so it's only like a couple bucks. Farmers market selling for 225 though. We'll hold off onto it. Plus, I can only take 7,600 liters at a time anyway right now, so yeah, it always could be worse. But like I said, even if I sold it, I would only be selling 7,600 liters at a time. Can't do more than that. So if I do sell it, it's gonna have to be when we really need it. I don't think right now is best time because I'm also gonna I might have to next month depending on finances because I'm gonna need to run a weeder over my field because I'm sure there's gonna be weeds popping up in there. Well, I'm gonna give it a good old try. Well, this truckload and a little bit more and we should be done. Plus I was thinking if I can get enough land to do it, I might try to do some nice cows too. But yep, that's another future plan that's gonna have to wait a bit. Alright, that's all the straw. Now that we got that done, I'll go ahead and park this After unloading, park it, and then look at the contracts, see what we can get. I think I did say last time I wanted to take on that baling contract so I could drive around to that self-propelled. But we'll look. Okay. And shut off. Autosave. Alright, contracts. Oh, there's that one. Field 21. Then we got that field. That's gonna be slow because I won't be able to put a... Not a chance with the peas on that field. Oh. I mean, we got contracts for oats on some really big fields, but fortunately I do not have the time to do them. Okay, so first off, let's do this contract. I wonder how quickly those will disappear though. Well, I'm at the store, so hop out of that. Hop into this. And away we go. I would turn on the radio, but I'm pretty sure the music's all copyrighted, so don't need to get in trouble, so. Oh boy. Wonder if I'm gonna have to unfold this. Doesn't look like it. Never really used this thing before, but it'll be interesting. Okay. At least I had a thought, and I don't know if it will happen or not, but I wonder if there are collectibles on this map or not. Well, this is at least got some good speed on it. It's not slow. Plus, I also, well, there's this farm here. But I am going to have a look around after I get this done. Because at the other end of this field is supposedly another farm that comes with the field, I guess. Which is why it costs so much. So I'll give it a little once-over look while we're on this end. See if it's worth the investment. Curious, are those kind of huh? This has me very curious. I know we're in the middle of a contract, but I have to get out and check this. What would these be? The size of them and the tanks, I would assume. It would have to be oh, can I go inside? Oh, these are pig farms. Well, unfortunately for me, I'm not going to be a pig farmer. So, if we do end up buying this plot of land, unfortunately those pig barns are going to be gone. Because with the amount of work and time to put into trying to run that kind of a facility would not help. Wonder. Wow, I did terribly on that corner. It'd be nice if I had the money and the time and energy to spend running a pig farm, but I unfortunately, sadly, do not at the moment. Could change. Because right now, all you do with pigs is just kind of just raise them. Can't really get anything out of them besides selling them for a profit, because cows will give you milk, goats will give you milk, and sheep will give you wool. And chickens will give you eggs. Well, yeah. Oh, what's the hearts for? But yeah, I think if we end up buying this land and get those 2 barns, I'll probably get rid of one and keep the other, but probably sell the pigs in there if they can get me some money to start out. But we'll see. Like I said, there's future plans here because this plot of land costs 222,000, so kind of need a good bankroll money before I can start deciding on what I can and can't do with land I don't own yet. Hang on. Okay. Moving on. Well, depending on how far away the next baling contract is, we might have time. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Like I said, depending how far away the next baling contract is from the shop, we might go try to tackle speed bump. Might go tackle another baling contract. But that is, of course, if it doesn't get too late. I did it again, wasn't paying attention. This is why I kind of like square balers. You don't have to stop. Anywho. Probably gonna say we can't work past 9. Gotta be able. Over here. I really need to start paying attention. Wait a sec. Let me. Okay. I was wondering. I thought I saw my money go up. I was like, what did I sell? I didn't sell anything. But yeah, I feel bad about if I have to sell both those buildings, because those seem to be a high capacity kind of holder for pigs. And it would suck to have to get rid of them both. Especially if I change my mind and do decide to try to dabble in pig farming, because then I can't put them back down. At least I don't think I can. Well, let's see if I can get another bale out of this. Last 2 rows. Or if the contract finishes before I do. Well, I got one more bale out before then. Okay. And collect. Alright, so have that, and it is 637. Or we could do that field for a bit more. Let's see, where's field 5? So it's just down this road. It still sucks that I have to go. I wonder if. No. I was thinking, could I just drive straight down here with it, but I don't know if this is open or not, because then I could just go down to here with it. You know, let's try it. Let's drive down that road. Needed to figure out if I can get to that fenced-in area anyway. No time like the present. There we go. Aha, and this is a square baler, so I won't have to stop. Whee! I know that wasn't realistic. People don't usually drive their equipment off the cliff like that. Nobody saw anything. It didn't happen. I just magically got down there. Okay, time to see if there's a way to get in here. Oh, right there. Okay. just flip to the other side. So that's the way to get onto this field. Oh, there's a house in here. There's a little farm here. Oh, dang. This would have been interesting. But it would have been interesting to see as an option, but apparently they didn't. Guess the person here didn't want to sell their piece of land, so. Nice, secluded. Oh, get distracted. Backing up. Nice secluded area. Still's got a nice view. Oh well, we just deal with the hand that I was dealt. Gotta show those guys that I can get that piece of farm. Dealt with. Oh. There we go. And around we go. Okay. And let's see. Sun's starting to really go down, so I probably should turn on some lights here. Okay. Oh, there went a bale. Tumbling bale. But yeah, so I saw that the pellet thing came out, and it might be interested to do because it kind of makes the straw worth it, worth selling now as pellet form. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Such a bumpy field. Okay. Three more stripes to go, and we'll be done. That'll be all the contracts we can do for this month. Oh, hey, turn off the lights. When suddenly an eclipse happens. Time to see how much of this row I don't get to do because it'll complete the contract. Oh, just about the same length as the baler. Alright. That's all done. Now we head back to the house. Whoop. Well, I should say some of the loan I had to go out just to build this house. Just so I can have somewhere to sleep while I do this. Alright, that's all that we can do for this month. Let's go on to the next. And we'll start at 7 a.m. Alright, so about 3. What money did I make? Proper. Oh, wow. Okay. So those guys are making me money. Let's see. Kinda might drop down to 1 if I'm making that much money. We'll see after next month how much profit those are making. Oh, this is a nice view. Anyway, I guess we should see where we're at on work. Yep, we gotta get a weeder for that, our field. And contracts. Ugh, no contracts. Dang. There's still some fields to harvest and everything, but I guess everybody's like, nah, we got it. Dang. Alright, so weeder. Okay. What do we got in the used market? Anything? I mean, there's a fertilizer spreader. Could get that. Let's see how much the weeder is first, because that's the main thing we need. That's 36. I would prefer to get this, so that's 36,000. So probably sell some silage off. Probably sell some silage off and see if we can get enough to even buy that. Hopefully that stays. Alright. Enjoy your lurking. But I think I'm going to try to get the... Ooh, another baling contract. Let me get that after. Let's see. How much... Oh, jeez. Did they go through all of it? Yeah, all our straws turned into silage. You can turn that off. Oh, let's get in the truck and go sell some silage. Probably see where I'm going to be selling it first. Okay. Still 225 at the farmer's market, so you might want to head there quick. Okay, so this way. There we go. Well, let's see how much 7,600 liters of silage will sell at the farmer's market. Looks like they also harvested the big cornfield we had next to us. Nice foggy drive. And we'll get here. Oh, almost. Gotta stay out of the ditch. Okay, getting almost to town. Probably one of the first people in today. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, 1,700. Not bad. But, like I said, we gotta get 30. Let's just thought maybe we should try getting the contracts done. get the money that way. So how much was that baling contract? Let's hope. Ooh, couple baling contracts. You know what? Alright, fine. We'll work for David. Get some contracts done. That might actually give us enough to buy both those things today. Get the truck back to the house first. Alright. Coming up on the drive. Kinda already seen the fog. There it is. So yeah, 1,700 for that load of silage. So not the best, but still got us a little bit of money. At least until the contracts popped up. Alright. Let's go do the bigger contract first. Plus I have practice in this vehicle anyway, so. Plus it's round bale, so better do the slower of the two where I have to stop. That way we can get the other one can be a little bit faster with square bales because I won't have to stop all the time. Let's just hope that used market holds and lets me hold it for the. I mean, to be fair, I could probably buy it. Probably should. I don't want to risk it. I'm gonna buy it and then just have it sit at the shop until I come get it. For that kind of a deal, I don't want to pass up. Especially if it's something I'm gonna need. Then I can worry about getting the money together, try to buy the weeder, get that done on the field. Okay, 24 should be down this way. so foggy down here. Yeah, 24's left, and then right, second right. Or right, second left. Oh, another one of our, just realized, another one of our neighbors with a chicken coop. Well, at least I'll have people to talk shop with on how to take care of the chickens. Second left, right? Yeah, not this one. Next one. Alright, should be down this way. Also need a little bit of money to also spend on just going to the field this way. Alright, turn her on. Also need a little money to spend on getting fertilizer put in that thing. Getting the early morning work in. Oh, jeez. I already forgot. Okay, let's get in here. Alright, back it up. Go again. Alright, I'm gonna try something different this time. Okay, and done. Alright. Unload it here. Alright. Oh, rest of it. That caught it. Alright. Up, back it up. Got distracted again. Oh. I'll come back for it if I need it. Alright. It's one hell of a field. Okay, the picker has got to be more towards the left then. Okay. Moving on. Is this another farm down here? Oh, it is. Holy crap. A lot bigger. Must be a theme around here, chickens. But yeah, looks like I won't stand out in that regard. At the same time, with how many people have chickens, it might help be able to get tips to start out. Also, how is this a sunflower field if this is straw? Pretty sure you don't get straw out of sunflowers. Anyway. They must have been busy, so I won't go bug them. Okay. Alright, done with the headlands. Now to do up and downs. Back it up. Back up. Makes me wonder how much this field cost. Okay. All headland passes and one up and half of it down, and already it's only 25% or 24% done. Probably a good thing I decided to do this one first. Alright. Keep it going. And I think we've been at this contract already for 30 minutes, maybe more. We only got 27%, or 28. Back it up. That's totally how the real farmers do it. Just back up the bale. Okay. Next pass. Back up. And moving on. Bit more and we'll be a quarter of the way done with the field. Oh boy. I almost made it to the end. Well, they should get a good amount to sell for the farmer's market. If anybody's got any cows. I mean, that's another thing you probably want to try to do is reason for cows is because it doesn't look like too many people in town seem to be doing a lot of cow farming. It looks like a lot of chickens. Be able to bring in something that doesn't look like a lot of people are doing here. We got pig farmers and we got chickens. Not a lot of dairy production going on, or wool, to be for that matter either. But hopefully we can fill that need down the road. Well, thanks for saying so. I mean, I feel like a lot of my money right now is just only being generated on wind energy, so I mean, contracts are the other part, so I'm a hired hand right now. Not so much farming. But hopefully I can turn that around. We'll see how it goes. One step at a time. Also, I just realized, did I really do 25 bales already? If I have, holy cow, they're gonna have a lot of bedding for stuff. Or they could be doing what I'm doing, is turn it as silage. Who knows? Alright. Okay. Hang on, I gotta check something. Be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh, dang, I almost made it the whole strip. Oh well. Well, we're getting there. We're about halfway. But it looked like we were having, in the way of property and all of that, it looks like we had, for the month, about $700. And, got distracted again. In, maintenance and also a loan. So far it's going alright. Getting a good price for my wind generators. So that helps. Hey look, and we're halfway through the contract. So that's something. Alright. Now let's back up and get that bit. Okay. And keep going. But going back to my earlier statement of if we can try to get the MAC on, that would, from what I've heard, it increases, pretty good increase on yield and also the straw. So that could be put into more production for silage for us, and also more food for animals and all kinds of other stuff. But the equipment for is a bit pricey. Have to, yeah. Well, autosave and then find out. Yeah, so it's just for the setup is over 200,000, and then we need this to pick it up to get the product and then to sort it out. So yeah, that's pretty far along before we can consider doing that. But eventually we might get there. I also did state last time that it's going to try to wait a year or so before going unrealistic with machinery. So upgrading all my stuff to that to make things go faster will be a little bit. So, but I am happy we were able to snag that that fertilizer spreader. But like I said, we're gonna have to get that back to the house and then weed and do all the other stuff to take care of the house, because we still got to get the money for the weeder. Got to take care of those weeds before they become a nuisance. And then we lose out on some harvest because of it. We're also at some point going to have to invest in a little maintenance. Otherwise, we're going to have to go pay the shop boys to fix up our equipment all the time. I'd prefer to try to keep as little. I mean, I'll still invest in the town, don't get me wrong, but I prefer to try to keep things in-house as much as possible. I'll invest in the town by selling my crops and stuff like that, and also trying to get them stuff they haven't had in a while. Like I said, it looks like there's a lot of chicken farmers, but not a lot of dairy around here. Anybody want to take a guess at how many bales this place will be for finishing up this. I think I've got like 5 or 6 rows still to do. I feel like I want to go with 70. That might be a bit too high, but you never know. Okay. There we go. Alrighty then. Also wondering if this is their field that I'm doing here for them. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rows. We're at 46 bales. Let's see if we can hit my number 70. Onward. Alright, that's 49. Thank you. And there's 50. Can we get 20 more? Now looking, I don't think we're gonna get 20 more bales. Yeah, I overshot. Okay. Like I said, it'll be a bit easier with the other contract because it's square bales, so I won't have to stop as much. Alright, there's another. Okay. Here's the second one. Alright, 3 more. Alright, there's another. That's 55. Okay. 56. That's right, we might hit at least 60. There's 57. There's 58. Will we hit 60 before the contract completes? Oh, that's gonna be close. 98%. I'm gonna be able to get another bale finished before then. Oh, 99. Yep, we hit 60. Before the contract finished. Alright. And this contract was for 11, which... No, I'll be nice to this guy's tractor. I'll go around the cliff this time. Alright. Go over this way. Oh, somebody harvested the corn on this field. But yeah, I think once the restriction on the unrealistic stuff I lift off myself, it'll probably be a lot able to take on the bigger contract fields. Alright. Let's get in here and get going. Do the same process. Go up on the headlands on one side, then go down, do the other headlands, and then do the up and downs. Excuse me. Oh, these corners are going to be a pain in the butt to do. Okay, all done here. Now just need to go around. Drop this back down. And do down here. Okay. Now I'm curious what's in those trees there. See on the map there's something over there. May give it a look after we do this. But we may have just enough with these 2 contracts to get the weeder. Okay. Ah, it's another farm, I think. Quite a few farms around here. Alright. Well, we're already at 1 bale. I'm sure we've got 2 or 3, a couple of bales in there. You could safely say they probably saw how well I did baling up their neighbor's yard. They decided to ask me to come over and do this one. At least that's what I'll say. Don't know for sure. But we'll see. After this, like I said, we'll see what we have in the way of funds, and hopefully it'll be enough to afford us to buy that. I'd prefer to buy the weeder because we'll need it more than once. So I'd prefer it if we could buy it outright. So and unfortunately we can't lease to own, so can't make payments on it. It is what it is. We'll work. We'll work with what we got. Can only do what you can do. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more rows to go. But yeah, this is going a lot faster than the other one. Mainly because I don't have to stop to unload. And also it's a smaller field. I think once we finish this, I might drive back there. Oh, do I spy? Maybe they do have a dairy farmer down here. I'll have to look when I get done. Okay. One more row after this. Less bales, but it's also a smaller field, and these are probably a bit more dense of pallets than what I was making with the driver. Alright, last strip. '96, '97, '98, '99, and there we go. Alright, I'm just gonna borrow this guy's tractor because I'm gonna go back here and look to see what kind of farm we got hiding back here. Alright, we got a big shed there. A shed with solar panels. No, this looks like Looks like a sheep, a goat pen right here. Okay, so they do have wool going in and out, so looks like the only thing missing is a dairy. All right. Oh, yeah, we have enough. Let's go. Let's get our weeder. All right. Now back down to 9,000. Let's go pick up our new items and get to weeding our field. And if we still have enough money, try to fill in or put some fertilizer in it and run it over. Get that second layer of fertilizer put on the field. Then I think we'll probably call it a stream there after I get the weeds and the fertilizer taken care of, or at least the weeds. Weeds for sure. Fertilizer. If we don't get it this time, we can try to get it next month at least. Yeah, because we got chickens there. So we got goats or sheep, at least sheep, goats, and chickens around this place, and pigs. So we could probably still try to eventually get cows in so we can start filling up the dairy productions. I would feel like there would be one of the farmers doing dairy, because there wouldn't make sense to not have one if you have a dairy here. You have a dairy production, but you don't have anybody doing cows. Let's see if I can pick up both of these and not have to make 2 trips. I know I don't have access to this land. I'm not really doing anything with it. Alright, let's see if I can put this on the front. I can't. Thank goodness. 1 trip. Save me time to get to the sorry. Saves me 1 trip so I don't have to come back for it. And also have to have a discussion about repair station for the house as well, so I can repair things on the farm without having to pay out of pocket. I mean, I'll still probably have to buy the parts in town, but I can at least put them on myself. Okay, turning into the house. Not literally, but... Alright, let's unfold this. We'll keep the fertilizer on the front just for now. Alright. Okay, that might be a problem, so I guess we won't leave that on there. We'll go park it over here first. Because I was trying to make it so I was running off the GPS of the fertilizer spreader, not the weed picker. Because this does not have a 42 meter width. Alright, let's get going. Let's get these weeds up. Like I said, I'll reevaluate, because if those wind generators are giving me too much money, then then we might have to go down to 1. But we'll just see how 2 go for now. I don't think it's too terrible, but like I said, I'll reevaluate after getting a couple months of ideas. At least it's pretty easy to tell where the weeds are. Okay. Yeah, looking at time, I think we'll save. Unfortunately, we'll have to save the fertilizing this field for next episode, or next time I stream, or for next week. Which shouldn't be too bad, because we still have plenty of time to do the fertilizing and pick up maybe one of the big contracts if there is one. Okay. Plus, I like this weeder because it's a little faster than most. And it doesn't require high horsepower to do so. Which is another thing. I'm pretty sure I could probably upgrade this tractor to have a little more horsepower, but yeah, so And we'll also save filling it up with fertilizer for the next episode too, or for the next episode too. Stream episode, I'm going to use those interchangeably. Because if you miss out on me streaming live, I have been uploading them to my YouTube channel, so I don't lose them. So if you miss one, you can go there. I'll have to put that in my description, or my boxes down there eventually. Okay. Get all these weeds pulled out. Alright, turn it around here. Yeah, this is going a lot faster than everything else. Then again, like I said, this lets you go a lot faster. And I mean, that harvester does have an unrealistic speed and capacity, but like I said, I'm limiting myself on purpose, so eventually we'll change it, but right now, no. Forcing myself to do this the right way, because don't get this right away. Because it wouldn't be as much fun if I could just 15 mile an hour just harvest everything. Gotta manage my time right. Okay. Looks like maybe 3 or so more passes. But just look at all this fuzz getting knocked out. Pass and a half. Just realized there's probably, if I needed a lime spreader, I should probably have. I think that was only a fertilizer spreader, so I don't think it can do lime. So I'd need to get a new thing for that if I wanted to do that. But there we go. All the weeds are gone. I'll double check on here. Yep, all the weeds are gone. I also need to get a plow. And yeah, I still need to eventually get a plow and a roller in here. But let's put this back. Alright, drop this off here. Let's hook up to this. Actually, I'm just gonna. Said I was gonna save it for filling up in the next episode, but I'm gonna fill it up now and stage it to get ready to go. No, I don't want to buy gas. There. Okay, so that was okay. That was $4,600. Okay. So, okay. So next time I'll put I'll turn these off for now. I'll put the second stage of fertilizer on our field. Grab another contract and see what we can get. And then move on to see what next we can do while we wait for our field to become harvestable. So I'm going to stop it there. Thank you guys for coming out and watching, and I'll catch you next week to work out more on my homestead here. Try to make this a bit more. Try to make my money back after all I put into this, which I am determined to do so. So I'll see you guys next time. Later.